You know, compact cars are really kind of known for the high mileage numbers, not exactly the high performance numbers. We've watched that game change over the course of the last few years, and the good news is, for '08, the Focus comes out of the game really prepared to play hardball. Here's what I'm talking about. We're going to offer one size of engine only in Focus. I think that's a smart move. To give you an idea, what I'm talking about is the Duratec 20. It's a 2-liter double overhead cam multi-valve motor. It is a very sophisticated and long-proven powertrain. We've had it for quite some time in a number of different offerings. Now, it will come mated to either a 5-speed manual trans or you can get a 4-speed automatic for it as well. Gear heads, I do want to point out to you something. You will notice when you drive it, it's got a taller final drive ratio. This is really in the interest of giving us better highway mileage. I think you'll be pleased with that. You know, unlike most customers we deal with, though some will passingly ask about what are the maintenance costs, this customer asked that question. They're really listening to the answer. Good news here, you got a lifetime timing chain. Now, I know a lot of you don't know what that means, but if you were familiar with timing belts, which were initially kind of the rage for a while because they improved fuel economy, they were also unreliable. I mean, they literally had to be changed out at 60,000 miles. And as you can see, based on where they are, they're very labor intensive to get to, so they were expensive. Well, the timing chain is on there for life, and it's really nothing but good news. Here's one I'd never heard of before, reusable air filter. That's right, in this package, we're gonna have in it an air filter that's gonna be cleaned and reinstalled. That's gonna be good from a maintenance cost standpoint. And of course, the fact that we're now, even at this level, we're going to 100,000 mile tune-up ranges, just stunning stuff. So if you got a cost-conscious buyer, generally this audience is, you've also got a maintenance-conscious pricing here that's really gonna please them. Now let's get into this mileage thing because again, this buyer's going to want to talk about it. And this is a topic we've even had some challenge dealing with on our radio show. See, the EPA testing method, as most of you know, has changed. It's gone from being done inside of a building that was air conditioned on rollers out into the real world. When I say real world, I'm talking about city and street, highway and hill driving, cold starts, hot weather, cold weather, using the air conditioning. I mean, they've really had to come out here and do it the way we do it. And it gives us numbers that, quite frankly, are far more realistic. Initially, I had some fear here as how the consumer is going to react to that because these spectacular, unattainable numbers are now gone, and we're really looking at numbers that are far more realistic. The truth is, most have handled it much better than I expected. We are anticipating that we're going to see federal certification somewhere in the low 30s per gallon. So, boy, we're going to be right at top of class on that one as well. Here's where it gets a little trickier, though most of you this will not affect, but those of you who are in the 8 states requiring a PZEV version of this engine, that will be referred to as the Duratec 20E. That will actually be the only engine available in those 8 states. And here's where it really gets kind of interesting. Any border states to those 8 states, there's 9 of them, will have available as an option the PZEV version, the 20E, or you can get just the Duratec 20. Now, when we talk about the 20E, really the PZEV version of this motor, let me give you an idea how clean that thing is so you get a real sense of it. In the EPA guide that rates clean cars, '08 Focus scored a 9.5 out of 10 in terms of tailpipe emissions. This is not only a clean engine, it's a very responsible one as well. And all of that and still maintain the level of performance it's got. Now, you're going to love the throttle response. I think it contributes now to the fun factor of driving this vehicle. And when it comes to durability, come on, it's a Duratec. We know we have millions and millions of miles on these engines. They've been around a while, just never in this state of tune. This thing's really a lot of fun to drive. Yeah, we've taken a customer that, well, frankly, I think expects too much. And guess what? We've delivered. '08 Focus. What a home run.